Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into Beat the Book. As always, I'm your boy Big Al Better. We got our NBA picks of the day for you guys, March 6th. If you guys are new, welcome into the channel. This is Beat the Book, where we do sports betting. Right now, we're in NBA. We might have some NHL later on in the season for you guys, and then we normally do NFL as well. Obviously, that's not in the season right now, but so we got NBA right now. All our picks are free here on the channel. We don't charge anybody for nothing. As far as the way we do it, we go through the slate. I give you guys my lean on the over/under and the spread for each game, and then I give you guys a player prop that I like for the game as well. So yeah, without wasting too much time, we'll go ahead and hop into it. For the first game of the day, we got Miami at Charlotte. Should be a good game. One of the more exciting games. There's like two or three really good games on the slate today that I like. This is one of those. Miami is a 7.5 point underdog on the road. Charlotte's a 7.5 point favorite at home. Over under sit at 229.5. We're gonna be on Charlotte in this spot. I really wanted to get to Miami. I felt like almost too many points, but Charlotte's been so good lately. Obviously, just winning games left and right. They won 5 in a row. Before that, they had that 12-game winning streak leading into the All-Star break. They've just been a really hot team. They're coming off that massive win against the Celtics. So I like Charlotte here at home, -7.5. They played way better at home than even on the road, and they were on the road against the Celtics. And they handled business like crazy. So I think Miami's a good team. They're going to play with fast pace. They're going to come in here, but I just think Charlotte at home is going to be too much to handle. So give me Charlotte here, -7.5. We're going to ride this Charlotte team until the wheels fall off. We took the Celtics at home, and we paid the price for that. So give me Charlotte until they show us that they can't win these games, and so far they have been. So Charlotte -7.5. As far as an over/under, I like the over in this spot. Like I said, Miami plays with fast pace. I think that's going to be how they're going to try to win this. But Charlotte's they've been murderous from 3-point line. Down this stretch and through this run. So I think Charlotte making their threes at home and Miami pushing the tempo, I think that leads to an over. So give me the over 229.5 here. As far as a player prop in this spot, I like Kobe White for 13 points. He's gone for 17, 20, and 9 in his 3 games as a Charlotte Hornet. So his line being set at 13 seems too low to me. So give me Kobe White here for 13 points. I think if he gets the minutes, he'll get these points. Moving on, we got game 2. We got the Mavs at the Celtics, 14.5 point spread. Jason Tatum's supposed to be coming back for this game, which is crazy. Over under set at 223.5. Cooper Flag's back for the Mavs too. We saw that last night against the Magic. They actually almost won that game straight up, 114-113. I think was the final score for the Mavericks. Klay Thompson went off. I think he had 25 points. But anyway, so we got a 14.5 point spread. Obviously, the Celtics are favored at home. I'm gonna be on the Mavs here plus the 14.5. I just think with Cooper Flag back, that changes the math a little bit for what I like with these Mavs. Not that I'm discounting the Celtics at all, but 15 points is a lot of points to win a game by. So give me the Mavs here plus 14.5, even though they are on a back-to-back and the Celtics are coming off a loss. It does. I mean, if you guys don't like it, I totally understand just taking the Celtics, but it is a big number. So give me the Mavs here to just, not to win, but just to keep the game closer than 15 points. As far as an over-under, it's 223.5. I like the over in this spot. The Mavs, a different team. Like I said, with Cooper Flag back, but the Celtics should be able to score points at home, and I think we can get an over here, even though it is, like I said, 223.5. It's kind of a big number. Celtics, they do play good defense, but I think we can get to the over on this spot. So give me over 223.5 and give me the plus 14.5 with the Mavs. As far as, I got 2 player props for this game. They kind of are married to each other in a way. If Tatum plays, I like him for 15 points. His line's 13, so I'm taking him at 15 just to get a little plus money in there. But I don't think they're going to send him back in to play 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I think if he comes back, he's going to be pretty close to his normal self. So unless he's really rusty and he doesn't make shots, I think he comes in here and scores 20 points, right? So if that's the case, I like him for 15. It feels like a really good spot. And then taking Tatum into account, if he is going to come in here, he's going to play well. I like Jaylen Brown's under. It's 26.5 points. I don't think he's going to get to 27 if Tatum's in and Tatum's getting the ball, half the time that Brown would normally get the ball. So give me Jaylen Brown's under on points and give me Jason Tatum for 15 plus. Those are the 2 player props I like in this game. Like I said, they kind of are married to each other because it's like the whole reason we like Brown's under is because if Tatum's going to get a lot of play, then Brown will have less opportunities with the ball. Next, we got Portland at Houston, 6.5 point spread. Houston favored at home. They're actually really good at home. They've only lost 8 games at home. Over under set at 219.5. Right here, we're going to be on Portland plus the 6.5, strictly for one reason, and that's because Houston just played in that overtime game last night with Golden State. So I think they're going to be a little tired, sore legs, and defense takes more energy than offense. That's why I like the over in this spot. I don't think Houston's defense will be as intense because of the back-to-back. So give me an over here, 219.5. It's easier to play a little offense, just run down the court and score than it is to sit there and lock down a defender. So I think Portland will score a little more than they would, and I think Houston will not play as good a defense as they would normally. And then I like Portland to just keep it close because of the fact, like I said, Houston's on this back-to-back, and when they're on a back-to-backs and you're taking into consideration an overtime game, I just think it's going to be a tough sell for them to come in here and dominate. So I like Portland plus 6.5, and I like the over. As far as a player prop, we're going to take Kevin Durant for 27 points. It's his line. But he's been balling. I mean, he's been so good. So we'll just take him for 27 points, lock it in, and keep it moving. You know, he hits this more than he doesn't. So anyway, moving next, we got the Pelicans at the Suns. Spread is 6.5. Over under set at 225.5. We're not going to overthink this one. We're just going to take the Suns minus the 6.5. They're at home. They're healthy. They're mostly healthy. Obviously, that one dude broke his hand. Dylan Brooks, he broke his hand, so he's still missing time. And then the Pelicans, they have a couple injuries, but all their stars are playing. Zion's playing. Trey Murphy's playing. Sadiq Bey's playing. You know, they got most of their guys playing. DeJounte Murray's going to play, right? But yeah, give me the Suns here, minus 6.5, and then we're going to be on the under 225.5. These guys have played 3 times this season. They've gone under twice out of the 3 games, and the one they went over, it wasn't like a huge over. And then of the last 5 for both these teams, they're 7-3 to the under of this line. So that's why I like the under in this spot. I think the Suns are playing really good defense. I think that they'll bottle up the Pelicans. And then, like I said, 7-3 to the under. And then even in their last 3 games they've played against each other, 2 of those 3 went to the under. So I think we get an under in this spot, especially with it being at the Suns. And the Suns have covered in all 3 of these games against the Pelicans. So that's why I like the Suns as well. As far as a player prop, I like Trey Murphy here for 20 points. He's been absolutely killing it lately. He's been hitting this line in, I think, pretty much all his games. I think he got to 19 or 18 a couple games ago, but for the most part, he's hitting this number, so I like Trey Murphy here for 20 points. We got 3 games left on the slate. We got the Knicks at the Nuggets. Like I said, this should be one of the great games of the night, and then the next game is Clippers-Spurs, and I think that one should be a fun game as well. But we got a 1.5-point spread. Nuggets are underdogs at home. They're plus 1.5 at home. Over-under set at 230.5. Let's hop into this over-under first, right? I think I like the under in this spot. 230.5 does seem a touch high. The Knicks have been playing quietly, like really good defense. Maybe it's not quiet. It feels quiet to me because I'm used to the Knicks games like getting a little higher scoring. But they've been playing really good defense, locking teams down. So I like the under specifically for that reason. It does worry me a little bit because the Nuggets, you know, they're the highest scoring team in the league. They're getting 120 a game. So if they get to 120 and they are going to lose this game by 1.5 according to the book, then that means the Knicks are getting to 122. So that's an over, right? But I think the Knicks defense will slow down the Nuggets, and the Nuggets on a back-to-back, I think they'll be a little slower. I'm not saying that they're out of this by any stretch of the imagination, but I just think the under will just get under. I think it's going to be 220-something. But, yeah, give me the under in this spot. Should be like a playoff game with the intensity. And then give me the Nuggets here plus 1.5. I like the Nuggets a lot. And Aaron Gordon is going to be back, or he's supposed to be back for this game. So if Aaron Gordon plays, then I love the Nuggets here plus 1.5. I think they're going to get the job done. If Aaron Gordon doesn't play, this line will move. So then inevitably you can get it. You'll be able to get the Nuggets probably plus 4.5. But yeah, give me that. That's what I like. The Nuggets plus 1.5 and the under 230.5. I like the Knicks. So if you guys are on the Knicks, no qualms with that. It's a pick 'em game. But I like the Nuggets, and I think Aaron Gordon changes the math a little bit for that team. As far as a player prop, I like Aaron Gordon here also. 2+ 3-pointers. It's plus 164 right now on DraftKings. I don't know how long it'll be that plus money, but before he got hurt, Aaron Gordon was absolutely killing it from 3-point line. He's got a home gym at his house now. He's got a basketball court. He was just murdering from 3 all season before he got hurt. So I like him here for 2+ 3s at plus 164. I think if you're hurt, what are you doing? You're standing in your gym practicing 3s. I mean, what else are we doing, right? Or if 3s and free throws. That's what I'd be doing if I was hurt. Just standing there and just shooting 3s, shooting free throws, especially if you got a gym in your backyard. So anyway, that's what I like. Aaron Gordon 2+ 3s. Nuggets plus 1.5 and the under 230.5 on that game. Moving on, we got 2 games left. We got the Clippers at the Spurs. Spread is 7.5. Over under is 223.5. I don't want to overthink this one. I love the Clippers. Big fan of Kawhi. I like what they're doing. Mathurin, I'm a fan of him. No Darius Garland in this game. He's going to be out with a toe injury. Give me the Spurs here minus 7.5. They're healthy. Obviously, they're playing incredible ball. They just beat the Pistons by more than this number. And the Spurs at home have only lost 6 games. So they're going to win this game. I shouldn't say they're going to because we can't guarantee anything. But in my opinion, they're going to win this game. And they're going to cover this game. I mean, they win at home. They tend to cover at home. 7.5, yeah, maybe it's a lot of points, but they just did this to the Pistons, and I think the Pistons are a better team than the Clippers. So give me the minus 7.5 with the Spurs. And then as far as an over-under, I'm going to be on the over here. I think the Clippers can come in here and score some points. They are rested. And then the Spurs, obviously, they're scoring 120 at home, basically, every game. So if we think get to 120. I don't see how we take an under. You know what I mean? So that's what I like there. As far as a player prop, I like Benedict Mathurin in this one for 18 plus points. He's done this in about 50. He's a little over 50% of the games he's had so far with the Clippers, and I just think he'll get the run. And in the games he hasn't gotten to it, he's had 16, 17, and 14. He had one 9-point game in there, but like he's knocking on the door of this number every single game. So yeah, give me Mathurin here for 18 plus points, especially if in the isolation, they're just going to pass him the ball, and he's going to go get points because that's what he does. So I like it a lot. Mathurin, 18 plus points. Also, as always, I like Stephon Castle for like 6 assists, De'Aaron Fox for 6 assists. The problem is they do that so often, it's like a big minus 150, 160, 170. So it doesn't, the math for betting it is a little tougher these days, you know? But yeah, that's what I like. Benedict Mathurin, 18 plus points. And then our final game is the Lakers playing at home against the Pacers. Pacers plus 9.5 on the road. Lakers minus 9.5 at home. Obviously coming off that loss last night to the Nuggets. Fun game to watch. Over under 235.5. We're going to be on the under here. Pacers do let people score, but the Lakers, even when they play bad teams, like they played the Kings recently, they still didn't get over this number. So I like the under in this spot. I think we'll get into the 220s probably. Maybe even into the 230s, low 230s. I just don't think we get to 236. So give me an under here, and then as a side, we're just going to take the Lakers. The Pacers, I was looking through their games. Obviously, Siakam should play in this game, which does change the math a little bit for the Pacers, but the Lakers are one of the better teams, right? They're, 7th? Maybe they're 6th in the West. But the Pacers are just a bottom barrel team. Even when Siakam plays, I was looking through their games. They don't cover. They just lose by tons of points. So I think the Lakers at home, coming off a loss, they're going to want this game. So they should go in there and dominate. LeBron's probably not going to play because he hurt his elbow last night in that game against the Nuggets, but that's fine. Even without LeBron, I don't think the Pacers are really stand a chance in this game. So give me the Lakers minus 9.5. I get it's a big number, but it's more just playing like good team at home versus bad team on the road. Pacers only won 5 on the road, so I'm not worried about the win. It's more just can they cover 10, and I think the Pacers let you score, so I think they will. As far as a player prop, I like Pascal Siakam here for 23 plus points. When he plays, he does play well, so give me Siakam for 23 plus points. That is his line. And yeah, guys, that is the slate for you. That is all I got. Thanks so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. If you guys did make it to the end of the video, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you're riding with. Let me know what you're not. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I got our lock of the day coming out soon. We had a crazy run. I'll have that out some point today. That's the short we put out with our lock of the day. We had a 7-in-a-row run. We've taken 2 losses back to back now. We're not 9-4, 9-5 so far since the All-Star break. So still profitable, 66% hit rate. Feels pretty nice. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.